got to let you in, fall, I let you go. I'm giving it up for maybe.
Hey, so this video is just going to be a little, I don't know if haul is the right word, I'm going to call it a haul though, but it's everything that I bought while I was in Europe for 2 weeks in 3 different countries, and it's also going to be like my thoughts and feelings about buying things and like going on vacation in general and what that means to me, especially in terms of buying souvenirs or bringing stuff back. So yeah, stick around. Okay, so in no particular order, but I am going to start with the food. So we found gluten-free, vegan, I forget what these are called, shrimp with waffles, which are a thing you can get here. I mean, I don't know if you can get gluten-free and vegan here, but the stroop waffle is something you can get in America, but it is like Dutch, and so getting it in Amsterdam is a lot cooler, I think, and I like that it is something I can eat, that I can consume. You're going to see that a lot with the stuff I got, because I really do believe that you shouldn't go to another country and buy a shirt that says you went to the other country, unless like you really want that and it's something you're actually going to wear. I do have shirts, like I have a shirt from France with a tower on it that I wear a lot. I have a shirt from New York that's really cool that actually I didn't even get when I went to New York. My dad got it for me when he went to New York, but I've been to New York a couple times, so I'm not like, oh well, I have this shirt, but I've never actually been, because I find that weird. But yeah, but I'm all about stuff that you can use up, and like while you're using it, you get to like relish in the memory, but it's not like sitting around being almost a waste. So unless you have a specific thing you collect, like my brother really loves monuments that are also pencil sharpeners, and since he like is like an artist and he sketches and stuff, it kind of makes sense for him to have a bunch of pencil sharpeners, I guess. Not really minimalist, but it is something that he uses, and so it's not really like a bad thing, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. So you're gonna notice a trend, which is that I got stuff that can be used up, and I got stuff that can be consumed. So I guess I'll go kind of in order of like when we got stuff, even though I just did the shrimp and waffles from Amsterdam, which is not in the right order. So this is a bookmark from Westminster Abbey. I didn't actually get this with the like set of tickets my dad got. He ended up getting like a little book that's like, it has pictures of the Abbey, and then it had 2 bookmarks and a pin and a keychain, and so my brother wanted basically everything else, and so I was like, can I have this? Because this is perfect, and I needed a bookmark for the book I was reading, and it worked really great, and I've been using it ever since. I even just took this out of the book I'm reading and like shoved something else in for like the time it'll take me to film this video, so that I can still have this in my book, which is, I don't know, like it's nice that there's something that I can look at and I can just like see it whenever I'm reading. And it's like nice because I see it a lot and it makes me think of the memories, but it's also actually being used and not just sitting on my shelf. And then the next thing I got is I got almond almond tea, because how are you going to go to the tea place that stole the tea in the first place and not get some tea? I got a black tea. I drink green tea mostly, and jasmine tea, but I was kind of like, if I'm gonna drink green tea and jasmine tea, if I'm gonna buy that, it's gonna be like from somewhere in Asia. It's gonna be like in Japan. It's not gonna be in a tea shop in London. So I got myself some black almond tea. It said it's supposed to taste like marzipan, and I love marzipan, and it smelled delicious. So I got that, and then I also, being a little extra person I am, and I will admit this is green tea, because I just kind of wanted this, and it was an impulse buy. This was my like, ooh, fun little naughty buy. So it's marigold lychee, and it's blue, like blossoms. And you put it in, and it like blooms at the bottom of your drink. And I just think that's super cute. It will look really pretty, and I'm a sucker for aesthetic. And then, so I also kind of got this on a whim, because so I had a bonsai tree forever ago, and like I must have been like 12 or 13, and I had it for like 2 years, and then we went on a vacation, and I asked my grandmother to water it while we were gone, and she didn't, unfortunately, and it died, and I wasn't able to save it, which was very disappointing for my young self. And so I just never got a new one, but it's a little baby bonsai tree. I don't know if it's going to be a real bonsai tree, but I'm really excited. And I love it, and I think it's super cute, and so I thought I might as well try it, and if it fails beyond reason, then that sucks, but at least I tried it, and if it doesn't fail beyond reason, then I have this cute little bonsai tree, and it will remind me of England. So I got that at the British Museum, because we went and we looked at all the Egyptian stuff, and the Easter Island head, and the Ramsey statue, and all that good stuff. Okay, and everything else is from... No. I still have... Okay, so the next stuff is from Scotland. The next 2 things are from Scotland. So I got myself... So I decided, going into this trip, that the things that I were going to look for were things to decorate my room, my dorm room. Which, stay tuned for videos about that, because I'm getting really excited in the DIY universe. And then shampoo bars, conditioner bars, and body bars, like anything that's like soap and like shower related. And so I found this amazing smelling shampoo bar. It's completely natural. It's handmade in Scotland. It's vegan. It's so good smelling. It smells, I don't even like there's definitely licorice root in it, or like anise, because that smells like licorice. But I don't even know. Like, that's just a part of the scent. It's so good. It smells so good. Okay, so this is something I wanted to buy, but then my sister bought it instead. And then my mom actually gave it to me, and I didn't even realize that she had like put it on my stairs until after my sister left. So I'm gonna show it to all of you. And if she's watching this and text me, then I'll send it up to her. And if she's not, who knows? I'll probably still send it to her, but I think it'd be funny if she watched this and she was like, why do you have my thing? But so yeah, I was checking this out, and then I decided that I didn't really know if I wanted it, and so I ended up not getting it. But it's this really beautiful tea cloth, and it says like wildflowers of Scotland, and it just has like really beautiful sketches of all the different flowers. It's an original screen print by Ettrick Valley in Scotland. It's 100% cotton, which is great. We love that for the environment. We wish it was organic cotton, but what can you do? So yeah, it's really beautiful. My thought was like to put stuff like this up on my walls, because my roommate doesn't like tapestries, but I figure that like this is like small enough that it's just like a cute thing and it decorate the wall, but it wouldn't be like technically a tapestry. Who knows what'll actually happen and how she'll feel about it, but yeah, those were my 2 things from Edinburgh. So next is Amsterdam. So I'll show you the tea cloth I ended up getting from Amsterdam, which I think is really beautiful. And a little bit more like, it just looks like a picture, like it's just a bunch of really beautiful tulips. Yeah, it's just a little tea cloth. I figure that I would rather have something like this, because say that she doesn't want it on the wall, I could use it to like clean up spills, and stains on this would be like less obvious than stains on like something like this where like the pictures are drawn so specifically, versus with this you have all the different tulips, and so like if a tulip suddenly had like a little bit of blue on it or something, it wouldn't look that out of place, if that makes sense. Although hopefully I don't stain it. I just like to err on the side of caution. And it's 100% organic linen. Oh wow, and it's eco-friendly ink, which I didn't know any of that, but I'm happy about it because obviously I care about eco-friendliness and ethicalness. And then when I bought it, they gave me the cutest little bookmark. It's not like, as sturdy as the Westminster Abbey one, but it is super cute, and it's like the story of tulips, which it was like a museum of tulips. That's where I got that, because Amsterdam is really big in the tulip game. And then I got myself one more thing for my dorm room. And this was like something that I didn't think about, but I kind of do need / want, just in terms of like organization and also just like not making a mess, which is coasters. I love a coaster. These have little words on them, and so they were funny ones, and then there were like pretty like cute ones. Like there was one that said like coffee time, and there's one that said tea time, and I was kind of like, I like those, but I don't like love them. And then there were some funny ones, and I was like, some of them were funny, but like after you read it like 3 times, like I don't know, for me, for funny things, after you read them like 3 times, they stop being funny unless they're really funny. And so I just thought I would do like happy, like nice kind of sentiment things. And so one says, it's a good day to have a good day. And then this says, if you are not doing what you love, you are wasting your time. And I thought this one would be like a good one to have like up, like the way my dorm is, the bed is like lofted and has a little like shelf coming off of it so that you can like put some stuff there at night. And so I thought this would be a really great one to have up there, or if I'm studying up there, or if I'm like just waking up in the morning, like my cup of water is probably going to be on here, and my bottle of water is probably going to be on here. And so I thought it would be like a good way to start the day. It's a good day to have a good day, you know. Some Mary Whitney Simmons, it's a beautiful day to be alive kind of stuff. And then this one, which is the if you are not doing what you love, then you're wasting your time, I think would be perfect for my desk, because I feel like it'd be really motivating, because I'll be sitting there and I'll be struggling to do whatever I'm doing, and I'll be able to look at it and be like, but I am really doing what I love, and so like this isn't so yeah, I just thought it'd be good because it'd be very motivating, and make me like really be like, yes, this might suck right now, but like this is what you want, and like you doing this is going to get you what you want, and it's going to get you to what you love. So even if you're like struggling in this moment, it's just like a single moment, and you have eternity more ahead of you. Well, that's not true, but you have infinite more ahead of you. Yeah, I like that better. Anyway, so now we're gonna segue into just like talking about trips and vacation and souvenirs and like what all that means and what it means to me, and like the minimalist idea, because like there is like this very big minimalist idea of like you don't buy anything ever, like you can't buy anything unless you absolutely need it, like, and there's like no spend, like that's not a minimalist thing, but like no spend years where you like do that, and I'm definitely not doing that, but I do think that I live kind of in a way that like, and a lot of minimalists live in kind of a way that's like a no spend type of thing, just because you're trying to not buy more than you need or more than you like actually want, and you're trying to think like, why am I buying this? And so like in that sphere, in terms of vacations and like why are you buying stuff, like I think that that's really important, and that's always been a thing I did. Like I'm in my family, I'm the worst. Like we were supposed to spend a certain amount of money because it was supposed to be it was supposed to be my graduation present was to like spend money, a certain amount of money in England, and I didn't even get close to it. Like I think with all of this, I had a good bit more left. But like, why does that matter, you know? Like, why is it about spending a certain amount of money when it should just be about buying, like, things you care about? And there definitely were some things, like, there was a wallet I saw that I was kind of like, this is cute, and then I was like, and I do need a wallet, but I was kind of like, this isn't exactly what I want, and if I buy this, and I, like, use it a couple times, and I'm like, this isn't exactly what I want, and I buy another wallet, then, like, what did I do except for, like, waste money buying this wallet that wasn't really what I wanted, just because I knew I needed a wallet, and it was a wallet, you know? If that makes sense. And so I definitely, okay, so like there is like a realm of thought with minimalism, that like you should buy experiences. Like that's what you should do, like if you're on vacation. I have mostly gone on vacation with my family up until this point, except for one time I went with the tours, and like a couple other school trips. Mostly the other ones were volunteering though, so they weren't like real vacation trip traveling type stuff. And so buying experiences when you're on something that's very structured, like my family tends to do very structured things, it doesn't really work. And even then, I'm kind of like, yes, buy experiences from the trip, but that doesn't necessarily mean buy other stuff, or don't buy other stuff. Like, if you're saying, okay, well, you have $50 to spend on the trip, so why spend $50 on items when you could go ziplining? I completely understand that. That makes complete sense to me. But when you're saying, like, don't buy anything and just take the experiences, if that's something you want to do, that makes complete sense, and that's, like, you do you. I took so many photos on this trip, and for me, some of those photos, I'm going to, like, print them out and frame them, and that's going to go on my dorm wall, and I thought that was, like, I was like, that's so great, because now I'll have, not only do I have, like, these great photos and wall decor that I could have, like, bought at this other place, but now when people, like, come in and compliment them, I can be like, oh yeah, like, I took that, like, so I do think that that's a thing where I'm like, I love taking photos as a way of having souvenirs. This is not, like, written out, and it should have been, because my brain doesn't work well. But so for me, I personally think when it comes to getting souvenirs on trips, there are some people who are like, you should buy clothing when you're on trips, because then when you wear the clothing, you can be like, I got it on this trip, and I do feel that as if you buy something that you're actually going to wear. But sometimes people will buy, like, the really stupid shirts that, like, or, like, not stupid shirts, but, like they say something, like, funny on them, and then, like, when do they wear those except for, like, to sleep, and I guess that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, don't buy a shirt if you know it's just going to sit in the back of your closet and never get worn, because then why are you doing that? But then when it comes to stuff like food, I think is great. I think food is totally the way to go, and stuff. I really like, for me, that I'm going to do this shampoo bar thing, where now every time I go on a trip, I'm going to try to get a shampoo bar, a conditioner bar, or a body bar, because then I have it for, like, the 6-month period it takes me to use a shampoo bar. Actually, the one I'm working on right now has now gone on 7.5 months. So, like, yeah, so I think that's really great, because then you get to, like, think about it whenever you smell it and, like, see it, and it's kind of nice to, like, get in the shower and, like, think about that trip you took. And so for me, that's something that I think is really great. But maybe, like, you're like my mom, and one of the reasons we would have gotten tea even if we hadn't gone to England, because my mom likes to try tea from whatever place we're in, as long as it says it's, like, locally mixed or locally sourced, versus my dad likes to do the same thing with coffee. Like, when we go anywhere, he'll get, like, the coffee that they mixed, even if it's not a place that, like, would be able to grow coffee, you know? And so something like that is really, really great, because it's something that you're going to consume, but it's also, like, you kind of know what you want, and so you're not, like, buying a bunch of stuff because you know the thing you want. I like that. One thing I like to do is I'll have, like, a list on my phone of the stuff I need, and then say I said, like, I needed coasters, like a couple weeks ago, I was like, oh, I need some coasters, and then I was on the trip, and I see some cute coasters, and I'm like, actually, that's, like, a thing that I need, and so I'll get those, which has obviously not happened with me, versus I saw the coasters and then realized those would be cute in my dorm room, but it's still the same idea. I also think these would be cute on the wall, you know, I was thinking about that, like, they'd be cute, like, on the wall like this. I don't know, I'm stupid, leave me alone. But yeah, anyway, my point is, don't let the minimalist idea make you think, oh, I'm not allowed to buy anything, or I'm not allowed to, like, enjoy myself. I'm not allowed to, like, bring anything back with me that's not photos and memories, because I don't think that that should be the way it works. And some minimalists might disagree with me, and that is fine. That's their opinion, and that's how they want to live their life. But I don't think that anyone should be telling anyone else how to do their minimalism. So obviously, if that's how you want to do your minimalism, you totally should. But I think that if you're new to minimalism, or you're scared about minimalism because you're kind of like, it's like the absolute, you don't have to think about it that way. It's more, buy the things you actually want, buy the things you're actually going to use. I'm actually going to drink this tea, I'm actually going to use this shampoo bar, versus if I had bought myself a necklace, or if I had bought myself a shot glass. I actually do use a shot glass every morning for my apple cider vinegar, but that's besides the point. Beside the point? I don't know. I'm getting delirious, I guess. But yes, so thank you for listening to me ramble about minimalism, tourism, and if you enjoyed watching the stuff that I bought in Europe or were listening to me ramble, give this video a thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this, and leave a comment down below of the part you actually enjoyed, so you didn't thumbs it up for the haul, and then my rambling is the thing you see again, if that makes sense. I don't know. And if you like, I don't know why you would, but if you liked this kind of content and you like me, you should totally stick around because I make new videos every 3 days, and I'd love for you to be there with me. Okay, bye!
I wanna let you know, I've seen another places